I'll be going ahead with a very brief, presentation about the processes and what it takes, right? And why somebody should actually target Australia, right, as a place to migrate, right? I'll give you all these brief details right away. Tausif, you're trying to say something? We can go ahead? Right. Okay, fine. Thank you. So after this presentation, I'll be more than happy to answer your questions, one by one, so that you have the clarity of the process and everything, right? So welcome to Academically, right? And I am Arindam Datta. I head the admissions team over here, right? So a brief description about who we are, right? Academically is an organization. It's a global organization headquartered in Australia. And we are here to help healthcare professionals migrate to different parts of the world, right? So Dr. Akram Ahmad is the founder of our organization. He's a PhD degree holder from Faculty of Medicine and Health, University of Sydney, right? And he academically is a brainchild of his. He has, founded this organization to actually help people get the right sort of information, right? We want to spread a lot of awareness, right, about the right information and the easiest pathways, right, for healthcare professionals to actually migrate and settle in a different part of the world, right, preferably in the first world countries, have a great career over there, right? So let's now talk about the most important pillar. It's about the faculties, right? And we believe if we are here to impart knowledge, we should have quality faculties, right? Somebody who has undergone a similar journey as most of you are planning. Like I think I was interacting with Aisha, with Sonam, and so many other people, Manavendra, right? You are looking for a journey and you're looking for an opportunity. So we over here, we are bringing in faculties who have undergone a similar journey, right? Started from the same point where you are currently, and they have successfully migrated to a country from the same background, right? So Dr. Michael, Dr. Ishwarya, Dr. Mansi are one of our major, faculties for this particular course. All of them have actually cleared the similar exam that you are here for, that is APC. And these are the people who will be guiding you throughout the course, right? And your journey. Not only in terms of academics, but also, there are certain other questions like how to actually land up in Australia, what exactly has to be done, how to, there are many technical questions and non-technical questions as well. So they are not only just your faculties, but also your mentors throughout this journey, right? That's how we see them, right? And that's why they are one of the major pillars of our organization, right? Of course, headed by Dr. Akram Ahmad, who is an academician himself, who has more than 150 publications, and he looks after the entire academics personally, so as to ensure that we, provide the best quality possible. Okay, so one of the major questions, as I can see, there are many people who have this, in their mind that Australia is the place where we should be going right now. Whereas there are people who are still thinking of which is the best country to actually migrate to, right? For both of them, it is really important to understand that this is the right time for somebody to actually migrate to Australia because of the easy access and easy PR visas on offer. So there are close to 190,000 PR visas on offer right now from Australia. So if you happen to actually plan for a PR and, if you're planning to settle down in a first world country, Australia can be your dream destination because of this particular scenario, right? Now, if I actually, talk about what would somebody do after landing in Australia, it's actually finding out a job, right? In the current scenario, right? It's not my words or anything. You can clearly Google it out. Australia in the top 20 professions that requires maximum people, right? That Australia is actually hiring for. Physiotherapists are at the position, at the 17th position, right? So they are at the 17th position in terms of top 20, professions that require skilled people from a different country to migrate and settle over there, right? So this is another thing that actually can boost up your plans to migrate to Australia right now. Okay. And obviously, see, we are leaving our families and we're looking for a different country, right? So we are all very sure of one is job security, job satisfaction, and another thing is salaries and savings, right? So this is one thing that we can be rest assured. Australia is a country that has a very strong wage policy, right? So on an average, it's close to around 1.16 Indian rupees, 1.16 CR Indian rupees, right? Or somewhere around, you can say 100,000 Australian dollars, right? That's what the average salaries are. Along with that, if you're looking for a country that, so for an example, if you guys are doing, a bit of research on your own, that which are the best possible countries to actually look out for, Australia can be your dream destination. Why? Because not only there are PR visas on offer, not only there are jobs available, but other than that, there are many other things that we can look at. One is quality of life, higher earning potential, better career opportunity, personal growth, right? Along with that, the education for your children will be absolutely free. The healthcare will be taken care of by the government. I can see Dr. Deepak, you have raised your hands. I'll be taking up your questions once I'm through with the presentation, right? So you can keep your hands raised. I'll take your question one by one once I'm done with the presentation. Okay. So all these factors can actually help you decide or can zoom in on a particular country like Australia, right? So let's now go ahead and discuss about the steps, right? The steps and the process that is most important, right? This is a country that is very strict in terms of the processes and the steps that somebody has to undergo, right? So let's talk about what's the step number one, right? The first step that somebody has to undertake is actually clear the English proficiency test, right? So as to apply for the interim certificate and get the eligibility checked, the eligibility assessment test, they need to actually submit the English clearance, right? So somebody has to clear the English proficiency test like PTE, OET, and IELTS. These are the most preferred ones. And I would say OET being the easiest one. And obviously, you can offer any, whichever you prefer. A 7-band overall and a 7-band individual is what is basically expected from you, right? When it comes to English proficiency test, right? So 7-band overall and 7-band individual in reading, writing, speaking, listening. Okay. Now, what is the next step? Once you're through with your English preparation and you have the required bands, next up, what you have to do is go for a documentation process, which is called this eligibility assessment and the cultural safety training. So what is this exactly? Eligibility assessment is a process where you have to upload your list of documents so as to ensure that Australia Physiotherapy Council, they're absolutely sure about your qualifications, right? So in the introduction, while I was talking to so many of you, you told us that you have done your BPT, some of you have done your MPT and other degrees, right? So the point is, this needs to be verified, and this is the step where you need to upload your documents. All the documents need to be HD scanned, and by HD scanned, what I mean is they shouldn't be scanned by your mobile phone. They have to be scanned by a proper scanner, right? And that's what is accepted. Right. If I talk about the documents, these are the list of documents that one should basically have, right? So please, everyone, take a note of the list of documents that one should have along with them before applying or before actually going ahead with the eligibility process. What is it like? All of you must be having a degree, right? So degree is the first primary document. Next thing is a transcript. Now, what is a transcript? I believe a lot of you might be having a transcript. If anybody is not having a transcript, can actually go to the university and actually apply for a transcript. It's a consolidated document of all the marks from all the subjects of every semester and every year in a single document. That is what is a transcript. Next thing, what you need to have is, see, this is a process where experience is not mandatory, right? So a lot of people will be actually thinking of like, I don't have an experience. If there are any freshers, by the way, can actually, this is a very good thing for them as well. Over here, experience is not mandatory. If you have evidence of your experience, that's an additional booster for your profile, but it's not mandatory. So if you have it, get the documents for the proof as well. Along with that, you should have a valid passport, right? A valid passport and a government ID. A government ID can be any. I mean, many of you are from India, so Aadhaar card, voter ID card, driving license can be one. People who are from a different country, right? Bhutan, Nepal, Pakistan. I think if you can arrange a national ID or a voter ID card, if it bears a photo, it will be great. And national ID, DL, like a driver license, these can all act as a government ID proof. Okay. Obviously, a proper recent passport size photograph is also required. And most importantly, I believe all of you are registered in your nearest council, right? The state councils or the central councils, right? So a registration certificate is also needed over here, right? So I'll quickly brush up the list of documents once again for you. You can take a note of it. It's the degree, the transcript, right? The experiences of the experience proof. If you have any, it's not mandatory. The valid passport, the government ID, passport size photograph, and a registration certificate, the Physiotherapy Council registration certificate. Okay. Let's roll back to the steps and let's move ahead and try and understand what is cultural safety training, right? So it's a predefined course in association of University of Melbourne that will be given to you, right? Which is basically a course on the history and cultural needs of Australia's First Nation people. It's a very simple thing. A list of videos will be given to you and you have to go through it to understand the culture and the history of Australia's First Nation people. Okay, it's a very simple step. This is nothing to worry about. Once you're through with the basic documentation process, comes the most important steps. I mean, step number 3 will be your written examination. This examination is a written exam and it is MCQ based. So the question arises, what will be asked, what will be the pattern, where will be the centers? All these questions will be answered right away from my end. See, this is a remotely proctored, examination, right? So if you're from India, if you're from Nepal, Pakistan, Bhutan, Bangladesh, anywhere across the world, you can give it from the comfort of your home. Okay. Generally, this exam takes place 4 times. Okay. So March, June, September, December of every year. March, June, September, December of every year. And generally it takes place at 9:30 AM Australian time, AEDT. That's the standard as per the details provided by the APC. I believe there are a few people who are waiting. Let me admit them for the webinar. Yes. So let's talk about the pattern, the exam pattern, and what will be, how many questions, how many papers and everything. So APC, paper 1, this written assessment consists of 2 papers. That is paper 1 and paper 2. Both the papers will be having 15 cases. Okay. So every case will come up with 4 MCQs. Okay. So that means paper 1 will consist of 60 multiple choice questions and paper 2 will also consist of 60 multiple choice questions that you have to answer. The required passing percentage is 50%. There is no negative marking, right? So it is advisable to not leave a single question unanswered. Okay. And keep it in mind that you need to really manage your time. Time management in a competitive exam is really, really important. And that's where our mock sessions comes into picture, right? So we prepare our students through 12 to 15 mocks so as to enable them practice it within a time period in a simulated environment, very similar to an APC, exam, right? So that you're prepared mentally and with all the resources that you can complete the paper on time, right? We generally, conduct this APC preparation for almost 3.5, 4 months, right? That's the general period of preparation that we help people with. So when we're done with step number 3, what's the next step? The next step is a clinical assessment. So this clinical assessment has to fly down to Australia. This has to be given from from the Australia itself. It's in Victoria Street, right? Richmond, Victoria. That's the place where the step number 4, that is the clinical assessment, is actually conducted, where your skills and your clinical reasoning is actually tested. Your real skills and your clinical reasoning is what will be monitored, okay, during this particular phase of clinical assessment. Once you're through with this, then what happens? You get a complete registration. Okay. Post your complete registration, one can actually apply for PR. That is a 190 subclass or a 491 subclass. Okay. With a PR, you are eligible to actually stay there, and later on, after 3 years, you can opt for a citizenship as well in Australia. At Academically, what we do is we provide live sessions for the entire curriculum, end to end, in a live session. Okay. If somebody actually miss a live session, we also provide the recordings so that you can revisit them as whenever required and make your own notes as well. We'll provide you some PDF files which will be enough for you to actually study and appear for the exam. You really don't need to purchase any books, any material from outside. All the mock tests, all the materials, all the notes will be provided by us. Okay, along with detailed live sessions where you can interact with the faculty as well. We have a platform where it's called a community platform. You can interact with our faculties and non-teaching staff over there as well. In case you have any doubt, we are here to help you out with that. Okay, so I believe most of you have received this link through one of our counselors only on WhatsApp, right? So you can actually have a word with them as well after the webinar. What we do is we do charge a fees, and for that we have a loan partner with us as well. Advance is our loan partner that provides loan for our fee structure. Okay. Now, with that, I almost come to the end of my general presentation, right? And I would love to take your questions one by one. You can raise your hands and you can start asking me your questions. I'll be more than happy to answer all of them. Yes. Anybody? Dr. Deepak? Mohammed?
May I?
Yeah, go ahead. One by one, one at a time, and I'll be answering all your questions.
Thank you for giving me the chance. Actually, sir, I was curious about after step 3. You told me that after step 3, we have to visit Australia to give the clinical assessment exam.
Right.
So how we are going to get the visa to travel to Australia before getting the actual registration?
You can actually travel on a visitor visa.
So on that visit visa, I won't be able to work any odd jobs?
No. Forget about working. You're not going for work over there, right? Your purpose of going over there is actually to clear your step number 4, right? So you are going to visit Australia on a visitor visa. Alternatively, I think Dr. Gul was saying that she is actually planning for her MPH, right? So if somebody is also planning for a higher degree can actually take a course. The most cheaper one will be the cheapest one will be the MPH course, right? And can land up in Australia on a student visa as well. Okay. And
okay, sir. I get it. Thank you so much.
Dr. Deepak.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Deependra, please go ahead.
Yeah, my question is similar to before one of my friends asked these questions. Actually, the main problem is that okay, we cleared all the exams and everything, and we land up to the Australia. Then
Right.
major problem is that we'll be the new to the Australia. We don't know anything else. So how academically will help us? Because it's a
See,
very difficult. We don't know. This is a new country for us. Everything.
okay, doctor. See, I mean, this is a very valid question that people are skeptical about what to do. We have landed up in a different country altogether, right? But see, what matters is, see, you need to, for the first few days, you have to arrange some basic, stuff
Yeah.
here and there, maybe some hotels and all. But what we generally do is we have a very, very, I would say, soft corner for our alumni, right? So once somebody
Yeah.
clears any exam through us, right, like our students or alumni, so we add them to a WhatsApp group even, right? And we do conduct a separate free webinar, okay? So whereby we
Okay.
answer all this secondary question, right? I'm calling this a secondary question because see, your primary goal is to clear the exams, right? So once you're done with that, then the secondary part comes. What to do, where to land up, where is the South Asian community residing basically, right? So I believe if you have seen recently, our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, was there in Australia, right? So there is a place called Barometer, which basically is like kind of a mini India, they call it. Okay. So, so there are places like that. So you can actually identify. These are very, very common things, right? That where can I find my food stuff? If I have a, small baby, right? Where can I find the medications or the food as per the habits, right? So these are the common questions of settling in a different country. But I believe the bigger picture is to look beyond these challenges, right? And for this questions, obviously we have a separate webinar. We conduct separate webinar for the alumni as well, whereby we guide individually on these types of. Yeah, Dr. Dipendra, go ahead.
Sir, one more thing is that one more thing is that actually if I go to the Australia, then how much the percentage of chance getting the practical exam? Because no theory exam, I don't think so. This is the very tough. We can pass very easily, but problem is the practical exam. We go to the Australia, we are investing lots of money and all, and we have all the hopes. So
see, obviously, Dr. Dipendra, the point is it all depends on the
what
practice,
percentage chance is there?
See,
for the
percentage
practical
of chance, I would say 70 to 80% people actually clear this exam in the first attempt, right? There is nothing. It's like they will check your skill sets, right? And I believe I believe you're also experienced enough, right? You have some experience over here, right, in your home country. So the skills and the clinical logic, clinical reasons that actually they check, right? So you need to be very sure about the clinical logic that you're giving in front of the people who are taking your interviews and checking your skills, right? For step number step number 4. Yeah, people who have actually raised your questions in the chat segment, I'll take them all at once. Let me just quickly run through the people who have actually raised their hands. Give me 2 minutes. I'll take all your questions. Yes, Dr. Dipendra, any questions?
Yeah, that is because we are just only worry about that the practical exam, theory exam, everything. We are in our home country, so we don't have any problem.
Actually, Dr. Dipendra,
because there is environment, everything is different.
Yeah, healthcare is one segment in Australia, which the country is very particular about, right? Because they are taking ownership of the healthcare over there. You're not going to spend
last question.
Yeah, go ahead. You can ask any questions.
Okay, sir. Last question is that we pass everything.
You pass everything and then? Dr. Dipendra, you're not audible.
How much percentage of getting the job over there? That is the main question.
Okay, Dr. Dipendra, the first thing that I started with,
after passing the exam, how much percentage of chance to getting the job over there?
Okay, I will give you a very basic scenario. Okay, so see, you are being provided PR.
Yeah.
Right.
Hello?
Dr. Dipendra, am I audible? Am I audible to everyone, guys? Please give me a thumbs up.
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm just giving you a logic. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So Dr. Dipendra, just clearly listen to my logic. Okay. You will be able to understand because you are a very educated person, right? So see, when a country is actually taking ownership of your healthcare and is not asking you to pay a single penny for your education or for your for your child's education or for your healthcare, that means the government is taking is bearing all the cost, right? And the government itself, the Australian government is itself inviting you for their country through a PR. That means they are basically increasing their cost. They're increasing their budget for the same, right? So if there is no vacancy, why would somebody offer you a PR visa and invite you in a country? Because ultimately every country has to save their budget, right? And second thing is, I would want you to do a quick research. I can actually do it in front of you guys. If you want, let me just share my screen. Okay, allow me a minute. I am going to do it right in front of you.
Sir. Okay. Sir, what?
Yeah, please tell me. While I'm actually presenting my screen, you can ask other questions. Okay. See, I'm on Google, right? So I'll just quickly write.
Sir, why I'm so much worried about because I have worked 3 years for.
Yeah. You have worked for 3 years. Dr. Deependra, please go ahead and ask.
Yeah, I worked for 3 years in Apollo Hospital, Qatar. Okay, so because whatever we have a dream in our home country.
Dr. Deependra, I am losing you.
So because whatever we have lots of ambition, we are going to the abroad, but after going there, the condition is totally different. That's what I'm not worried about.
Dr. Deependra, see, a very simple question, a very simple thing. I will just look at the scenario. I'm on Google. Okay, top 20 professions.
Okay.
In Australia. Okay, I'm opening this website. I guess can everybody see the website?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's a government website.
Yeah.
It's visible to me. Let's scroll down and see. In the top 20, number 17 is physiotherapist. Okay, so out of the entire healthcare fraternity, number 1 is nurses. And number 17 is physiotherapist. Only 2 professions out of healthcare professions are there in the top 20. Okay. And this is as per requirement and as per government site. This is not my words. This is how the Australian government is actually stating the fact.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Am I able to answer your question, Dr. Deependra? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yes.
I believe everybody else present in the meeting has also taken note of this, this fact as well, right? So with that, let me start taking questions from the chat. I think there are a few questions. Tell me about the interim certificate, right? Dr. Kulsum, right? Dr. Kulsum, see, interim certificate consists of 2 things. One is uploading your documents for the basic check of your, document, the qualification. And second thing is they will be sharing a content based for a kind of a course, right? For cultural safety, okay, which will enable you to understand about the culture over there for Australia's First Nations people. And once you're through with it, you can actually get the interim certificate. I am not able to understand whether you have taken note of my answer, but I believe you have heard me. The next question is, can you again help me understand about the transcript part? Transcript is a consolidated document that you can apply from your university or from your college, that you need a consolidated document of all the marks of all the semesters and all the years of all the subjects in a single document. Okay, it is nothing but a single document which has all the marks and every detail of every subject that you have been taught in the period of your bachelor's. Okay, you can clearly go ahead and check your university. They can provide you a transcript. Maybe they will charge you some additional money to generate that transcript. That money depends on the university, the amount of money that they can ask. That I cannot comment on that. Okay, I think
Is that consolidated? Excuse me, sir.
yeah,
Is that consolidated marks card?
it's a consolidated mark basically of all the marks in a single document. Okay,
Okay,
so
sir. But
basically
and for physiotherapy degree,
physiotherapy degree is the certificate that you get, the degree certificate from
that
the university, the graduation degree.
PDC, provisional degree certificate.
Not the provisional, you will get the original one, right? Once you graduate, you're getting a degree as well, right?
Convocational certificate, that means.
Yes. During your convocation, that's what you're getting. Yes, correct.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I have some questions if you can answer it. Maybe.
Yes, please go ahead and ask and be a bit louder.
Yeah, sure. Sir, you told English test is mandatory for the interim certificate.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
According to my knowledge, English test is not required for any of these tests. English test is required when you're applying for a PR visa.
No, Dr. Adam, I would request you to go ahead and check once more, right? As per my knowledge, since we have been doing it for quite some time, this is absolutely needed. And we are doing this interim certificates for our current students as well. So over there, we are aware of it.
Sir, I have a few of my seniors who have gone to Australia and they have actually in the process of clearing APC.
No problem. I think then we have to sit together probably with your seniors and understand their pointers as well. As per my knowledge, this is what we're doing currently, and exactly this is the step. I'm pretty confident of my data.
Yeah.
This is actually, I'll tell you what, Adam, this is the only, I mean, physiotherapy is basically, if you're a dentist or a medical doctor, you are actually not needed, okay? English proficiency test before your skill assessment. Physiotherapy is one such program where you need the English before your assessment. This is the difference.
I don't think it's
I completely agree with your pointer, Dr. Kamal, but I believe I'm pretty sure about my pointers. You can obviously go ahead and check it yourself and let me know also.
Sir, I've checked it. I've gone through the website also. I am sure, but okay, let it be. And my next question is, this 90K figure or what you are quoting, the 90K or $90,000 Australian dollars salary, that's quite not the real picture of what people are getting in Australia.
Okay.
According to my seniors, anywhere between $60,000 to $70,000 they're getting paid.
What is their experience?
According to their experience, they have around 3 to 5 years of experience.
Right. So the figure that I am quoting over here, it's a figure that is basically an average between a 2-year experienced person and a 10-year experienced person. Right. So I'm giving an average salary. Okay. A mean median mode. If you take it a mean median mode, I'm giving you a median salary. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe your friends are of the age bracket and experience bracket of 3 to 5 years, right? But I am not giving a figure of only 3 to 5 years. I'm considering an experience bracket of 2 years to 9 to 10 years.
Yeah. Okay. Will you be able to provide past year exam papers of APC exam, written exam?
We have our own.
Obviously, those which join academically, obviously they will get all the resources.
Yeah, I think Dr. Akram is also here. Great. Hi, sir. Right.
And you missed the steps after clearing the APC. The person actually needs to get registered with ARFRA. Then only he can practice as a physiotherapist in.
Obviously, that's what is called a full registration, right?
Yeah. You missed that point. I'm just.
No problem. Yeah.
And there is also another way. After clearing the written exam, they can actually get registered with ARFRA as a limited registered physiotherapist, and they can work in Australia on a work visa, provided they have at least 2 years of work experience. And that point also you had missed, so I'm just highlighting. And
Okay.
about the 180 and 491 visa, you said it's not that simple that you can apply from any other country and get the actually the PR. The PR requires the person to stay in and live in Australia for certain years. It depends upon
No,
the
this is
state
not.
they are.
No need to stay in Australia. It can be you can apply in your home country even. The 190 visa, there is no such condition. Even 491 also, there is no such condition. This is also based on this visa they give for all the occupations, whether someone is an engineer, medical doctor, or dentist, pharmacist, or physiotherapist. So there's no such condition for this visa. Basically, if you have just certain occupations, there is a experience is mandatory. For example, someone is a laboratory technician from home country. For them, 2 year work experience is mandatory before they apply for skill assessment. But in case of physiotherapist, a pharmacist, medical doctor, dentist, no work experience required. Okay. And for visa, these are the state have their own conditions. So some state they are not asking. For example, Victoria last year gave hundreds of visa. They did not ask any work experience. But other side that Queensland they are asking 1 year experience. So ये depend करता है कि आप किस स्टेट में अप्लाई कर रहे हो. This is not universal rule के पर experience is mandatory.
Yes,
मगर
sir.
वर्क वीजा के लिए 482 494 के लिए उसके लिए वर्क एक्सपीरियंस मैंडेटरी होता.
Sir, and about the job opportunities which you are speaking, according to my seniors, they have rural opportunities are more rather than Melbourne, Sydney, and
Yes,
Brisbane.
obviously, yeah, they are calling you the Australia. So that's why they need more people to work in regional areas.
Yeah, right, right. Sir.
Basically, you can see that University of Sydney, they produce 250, the physiotherapists, for example. So obviously they have to work in Sydney around, right? They do not want to go in regional area. So those are coming from the other countries, international graduates. They need to work in regional areas, but regional areas is not like our regional area like India or Pakistan. So there is all the facilities you will get here. So it's kind of we can say small cities. The school is there, electricity 24/7, clean water, hospital is there. See, all the facilities will be there. Even if there is a very small city, 2,000-3,000 population also there will be all the facilities are available.
Yeah.
Yes, guys. Any other question? So sorry, actually I was in
Yes.
another webinar.
Yes, Akram. I have a few questions. Can I ask?
Yes, please.
Okay. So sir, if assume like if I will take the MPH program and I went to Australia for the student visa. Okay. And meanwhile clearing my APC MCQ exam till March because
This is the best pathway. I understood. If any student are coming to study here, for example, Master of Public Health, yeah, MBA
yes.
Healthcare Management, so the best advice for you to pass this exam from your home country. So when you are in Australia, and you can start working as an assistant physiotherapist at least because you already get past part 1, okay? And you can prepare for yourself for part 2. So आप work कर सकते हो basically simultaneously when you are studying in Australia.
Okay. So like my next question is to like if I have to the MPH program over there, okay, and I came like I'm planning to go to like a student visa, okay, and after that I will appear that MCQ exam. For that MCQ exam, I need to appear the IELTS again.
No. Basically, अगर आपके पास already score है, it's not expired, so you can use the same. So English requirement, basically there is an expiry for 2 years. So if it is not expired, you can use the same. If expired, then you have to give one.
Okay. And third
What
question
is
is
the
like
minimum working requirement for the
Please one by
IELTS?
one. Please one by one. Yes.
so assume that like if I clear my NCQ exam first, okay. After that, like after 2 years, still I am not able to clear that my clinical assessment. So, like till what time I am eligible to work as an assistant?
Until ऐसे assistant का कोई criteria नहीं है. Even if you not pass, आप फिर भी कर सकते हो. कोई अगर job देता है आपको तो. No such criteria for assistant. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So you mean to say that if I am applying, if I am not appearing the MPH exam and not trying to the student visa,
directly
low
and
chance. There may be, I can say, low or no chance, because here so many people already are applying those pass part 1, and if
right.
you are not passed, तो फिर आपको जॉब कौन देगा? और मैंने कहा कोई ऐसा गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से कोई ऐसा लीगल फाउंडेशन नहीं है कि आपको पार्ट 1 करने के बाद ही आपको जॉब मिलेगी, है ना? तो जॉब इन जनरल उन्हीं को मिलती है ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, स्पेशली जो इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं जिन्होंने पार्ट 1 पास कर लिया होता है.
हाँ, वो तो मैं समझ गया सर. If I have cleared my part 1, okay, and till 2 to 3 years I am not able to clear that particular exam, clinical exam, so should I able to work till 2 to 3 years?
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, आप कर सकते हो, पर आप ऐसा कोई सोचो यू कैन नॉट पास. आपने नकल वगल से क्या है, आपने क्या डिग्री, मतलब आपको ऐसा है कि आप एग्जाम ही पास नहीं कर पाओगे लाइफ टाइम तक. बेसिकली पार्ट 2 एग्जाम इज वेरी वेरी इजी एग्जाम, आई कैन से. You just need to work few months in Australia and observe the practice of physiotherapy practicing in Australia. आप definitely you can clear the exam. आप ऐसा मत सोचिए कि 2 साल तक आप पास ही नहीं कर पाओगे. अगर आप पास नहीं कर पाए तो मेरे को डाउट हो रहा है कि आपने कहीं डिग्री बाय किया कि इंडिया में ही आपने अकल से
No, not that.
डेफिनेटली आप पास करोगे वो पार्ट 2. ठीक है?
Yeah, definitely. So what is the basic salary for that assistant physiotherapist?
Basically there is no fixed salary basically, but $25 $30 $25 तक कुछ भी मिल सकते हैं based on your own performance, और आप कैसे कम्युनिकेट करते हैं, आपकी इस चीज़ों में डिपेंड करता है. और फर्स्ट जॉब में बेसिकली इन जनरल ऑस्ट्रेलिया में $20-25-30 किसी को भी मिलते हैं यहाँ पर. छोटी मोटी जॉब के तो नहीं मिलते हैं यहाँ पर.
Right. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
एक क्वेश्चन है.
Yes.
I have one question regarding that age bar, age related to the issue that
Yes,
which
if you are
maximum.
You want to sit in the exam, there is no age bar. But getting a PR visa, permanent visa, your age must be below 45 years of age. ठीक है? तो आपकी एज 45 से कम होनी चाहिए, ये एक कंडीशन है वीजा के लिए. बट एग्जाम में बैठने के लिए कोई कंडीशन नहीं है.
एग्जाम में बैठने के लिए कोई कंडीशन नहीं, बट पीआर वीजा के लिए 45, मिनिमम 45.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, next please.
Sir,
Yes.
how much it costs for the written examination?
Around $4,000. So you are paying whatever government fees, all these fees. So you have to pay the government fees.
I have some queries. Can I ask you now?
Yeah.
Well, I'm from Bangladesh and a recent graduate physiotherapist. So I wanted to getting the APC exam, sit for that, but I don't want to get a master's now. So what will be the easy way for me?
You have to write APC 1 and come to Australia to write APC 2. And if you can pass the APC 2, definitely you can get the job and visa.
Well, may I pass the APC 1 from my country? Then what is the chance of getting the visitor visa in Australia?
Visitor visa easily you can get. To apply for part 2 exam, okay, you will definitely get this visitor visa.
Can we get a work permit?
Well, and
on
may
that
I sit for APC exam? May I sit for APC exam with IELTS general training?
No, academic one need. So any healthcare practitioner want to register themselves as a healthcare practitioner, whether it is a physiotherapist or medical doctor, dentist, pharmacist, anyone, they need academic score.
Well, thanks.
Thank you.
Hello,
Yes,
doctor.
I really wanted to ask a question. Can I ask? Hello.
Yes, please, one by one. I am here for 1 more hour. So yes, please.
मुझे जो है ना मेरी हेलो
pass out 7 IELTS 7.
Yes, mandatory. Yes, Irma.
जी, आई वांटेड टू आस्क सर कि जो है वो अगर हम लोग जो है वो बाहर जाके ऑस्ट्रेलिया में मास्टर्स करना चाह रहे हैं फिजियोथेरेपी में, तो फिर भी हमें एपीसी देना होगा या फिर एपीसी इसमें नहीं होता? फिर मतलब मास्टर्स के लिए अप्लाई करना है
देना पड़ेगा.
ओके. और पीटीई भी चाहिए होता है फॉर मास्टर्स या फिर जो है वो आईएलटीएस से चल जाता है?
ये ऑस्ट्रेलिया इज अ हाई इनकम कंट्री, इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग कंट्री, तो इंग्लिश का टेस्ट तो मैंडेटरी है. वेदर यू कम ऑन वर्क वीजा, मतलब अगर आप पीआर अप्लाई करो तो भी आप इंग्लिश चाहिए, स्टडी वीजा पाओ तो भी इंग्लिश चाहिए, और आप APC में रजिस्ट्रेशन करोगे तो अभी इंग्लिश चाहिए, तो इंग्लिश तो आप यू कैन नॉट स्किप, वो हर एक कंडीशन में
सर
चाहिए।
PTE इज एप्लीकेबल एज वेल, लाइक PTE हो सकता है ना,
Yes.
चलेगा उसमें?
या PTE OET भी चलेगा।
ओके ओके, थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू। यस,
हेलो अकरम।
इलियास, एडम।
हेलो डॉक्टर अकरम।
यस, कमाल पाशा।
सर मैं आपको बहुत पुराने टाइम से फॉलो कर रहा हूँ, जब आप वीडियो सब वगैरह बनाते थे यूट्यूब पे।
ओके, अभी भी बनाते हैं यार वीडियो, तो अभी बनाते हैं।
हाँ सर, अब तो आपका खुद का चैनल था, अब तो एकेडमिकली हो गया है।
ओके ओके।
तो आपके स्पोक्स पर्सन ने एक बात बोली थी कि इंग्लिश टेस्ट मैंडेटरी है इंटरिम सर्टिफिकेट के लिए। जितना मेरे को पता है, मैंने रिसर्च की है, मैंने सीनियर से बात की है, ये पूरा APC प्रोसेस के लिए इंग्लिश टेस्ट मैंडेटरी नहीं है। इंग्लिश टेस्ट आपको जब चाहिए तब आप वीजा अप्लाई कर रहे हो या फिर
वीजा में तो कोई ऐसा नहीं है। अगर आप फॉर एग्जांपल अगर इफ यू आर कमिंग टू ऑस्ट्रेलिया ऑन विजिट वीजा, तो इंग्लिश पूछेगा ही नहीं वो।
नहीं, हाँ वही सर, आपके स्पोक्स पर्सन ने बोला चाहिए होगा।
नहीं, बेसिकली इफ यू आर अप्लाइंग फॉर रजिस्ट्रेशन, एप्रॉन रजिस्ट्रेशन करोगे नहीं करोगे प्रोविजनल,
हाँ,
तो वो चाहिए इंग्लिश। प्रोविजनल रजिस्ट्रेशन कोई भी करेगा एप्रा के अंदर, उसको चाहिए।
APC के लिए नहीं चाहिए ना?
तो APC उसी का ही हाँ पार्ट है ना, वो कह लो उसके बाद में दोगे आप।
हाँ ठीक है सर।
ठीक है, थैंक यू। यस, दीपेंद्र कुमार। इंग्लिश यू कैन नॉट स्किप, इंग्लिश तो आपको देना ही देना है। मैंने बताया आगे किसी भी हाल में वो आपको वो स्किप नहीं होगी, वो आपको देनी ही होगी। यस, मोहम्मद इलियास।
It is mandatory academic only. General training score will be not accepted for a.
यार उसमें तुमको देना है तो आप एकेडमिक दे लो, उसमें कुछ एडवांटेज मिल रहा है आपको। और पहली बात तो आप जाओ PTE पे, PTE इजी होता है एज कम्पेयर टू IELTS, ठीक है? तो आप उसको आप जो है चूज कर सकते हो। आपका PTE हो गया, OET हो गया।
सर आई वांटेड टू आस्क अ थिंग कि अगर लेट्स सपोज कोई ग्रेजुएट है यूनिवर्सिटी का, जस्ट ग्रेजुएट हुआ है, लाइक मैं लास्ट मंथ ग्रेजुएट हुई हूँ, मेरी हाउस जॉब स्टार्ट नहीं हुई है, एंड आई वांटेड टू अप्लाई फॉर APC, तो क्या हाउस जॉब के बगैर मैं अप्लाई कर सकती हूँ? मैंने हाउस जॉब नहीं करी है।
मस्त है हाउसमैनशिप। जब क्या बेसिकली क्या होता है,
I mean,
आपका रजिस्ट्रेशन हो गया नहीं हो गया अपना होम कंट्री में?
हो तो रजिस्ट्रेशन तो हो गया है, बट क्लिनिकल स्टार्ट नहीं करे हैं अभी तक वहां पर, जो सुपरवाइज क्लिनिकल प्रैक्टिस होते हैं ना।
एक्चुअली हमारे इंडिया में क्या होता है, कोई भी डिग्री करने के बाद डिग्री बाद में ही मिलती है। आपने पता नहीं क्यों डिग्री पहले दे दिया। फॉर एग्जांपल किसी ने हमारे यहाँ पे MBBS किया इंडिया में, ठीक है, उसके बाद 1 साल इंटर्नशिप करेगा, तब उसको जो है रजिस्ट्रेशन मिलती है। सेम फॉर डेंटिस्ट, सेम फॉर थेरेपिस्ट।
हाँ, तो सर इसमें मैं यही पूछना चाह रही हूँ कि मैंने जो 1 साल की इंटर्नशिप वाला कंपोनेंट है ना, वो मेरा अभी स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ है, मुझे अभी अप्लाई करना है, और वो डिग्री है मेरे पास।
वो उसके बाद ही करोगे
हाँ?
सर, उसके बाद ही होगा।
तो वो मतलब, तो वो एलिजिबिलिटी में आता है क्या? मतलब हमें वो सर्टिफिकेट शो करना पड़ता है दैट हमने इंटर्नशिप कंप्लीट करी है?
आपको डिग्री मिल गया है, फुल यूनिवर्सिटी दे दिया डिग्री?
जी, यूनिवर्सिटी ने डिग्री दे दी है, बट इंटर्नशिप नहीं स्टार्ट हुई है अभी हमारी। इट्स लाइक अभी टाइम है बहुत ज्यादा।
अच्छा, पता नहीं, मैं तो तुम्हारी डिग्री में समझ में नहीं आ रही है आपके पाकिस्तान की। इंडिया में
सर पाकिस्तान की डिग्री इस तरीके हमारी ऐसी होती है कि हमारे एज सून एज लाइक हमने कंप्लीट कर लिया अपना सेमेस्टर कंप्लीट।
बेसिकली डिग्री तभी मिलती है आप कोर्स खत्म कर लेते हो, जैसे MBBS
हाँ
हो
सर,
गया।
कोर्स कंप्लीट हो गया है सर, कोर्स कंप्लीट हो गया है।
नहीं,
वो जो
उसमें
MBBS के बाद जैसे इंटर्नशिप होती है ना, वैसे ही हमारी इंटर्नशिप नहीं स्टार्ट हुई।
इंटर्नशिप हमारे यहाँ इंडिया में कोर्स के अंदर इंक्लूड होती है। अगर आपने इंटर्नशिप नहीं करी तो आपको डिग्री नहीं मिलती है इंडिया के अंदर।
ओके ओके, नहीं हमारा ऐसा नहीं होता सर, हमारे में ऐसा होता है कि इंटर्नशिप हमारे कोर्सेज के अंदर ही है, अंदर ही वो सब करी हुई है मैंने।
तो अगर आपको डिग्री मिल गई है फुल और आपका रजिस्ट्रेशन भी हो गया, तो फिर आप अपना
ओके ओके ठीक है, ओके, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर आंसरिंग।
आपके पास में यूनिवर्सिटी ने आपकी डिग्री दे दी है, आपका रजिस्ट्रेशन भी हो गया है फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट, एंड यू कैन अप्लाई।
ओके सर, ओके।
यस, श्रीधरन।
Hi sir, good evening. Good sir. I know, sir. I want to know the difference between getting job after interim certificate and or APC Part 1 exam. What is the difference, sir?
After interim, basically there is no job legally. Okay?
Legally, we can't work.
Yes.
We can't work as a assistant physiotherapist there, sir. After interim certificate.
Even without interim, also you can work if someone is giving you the job. But in Australia, a lot of people are, after part 1 they are looking for a job. So international candidate, they mostly hire once you pass part 1 exam. Interim
Okay.
certificate means only they are saying your education is equivalent to Australian education only.
Okay.
It is not, does not mean that कि आप अभी exam pass. Exam is mandatory basically.
Okay, sir. So, one more difference through standard pathway and express pathway. So both are. If we go with standard pathway, we have to write these exams. But if we go with the express pathway, we don't need to write exams, or we have to write the exams.
अरे यार, जब आप ट्रेन का टिकट बुक करते हो ना एक्सप्रेस में, तो मॉर्निंग में उठ के कर लिया आपने, तो जो टाइम ड्यूरेशन है वो कम हो जाएगा, एग्जाम देना पड़ेगा आपको. कोई भी ओवरसीज क्वालिफाइड एग्जाम देना पड़ेगा आपको.
Okay.
एग्जाम में. यस, नेक्स्ट प्लीज.
सर जैसे कि मैंने एमपीटी किया है सर 2021 में, ठीक है. उसके बाद सर 2-3 साल का गैप हुआ है. जैसे कि वहाँ पे हम मास्टर्स कर सकते हैं सर, एमपीएच अथवा एमपीटी सर, कार्डियो अथवा स्पोर्ट्स दूसरे सब्जेक्ट में किसी में सर.
यस, कर सकते हैं.
उसके लिए तो IELTS 7 चाहिए, बट और कुछ तो नहीं चाहिए होगा सर.
अब आपको एजुकेशन लेनी है, स्टडी करनी है, तो जस्ट ओनली इंग्लिश की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है. बाकी वो आपके कितने मार्क्स वगैरह थे वो सब देखे जाएगा आपका.
अच्छा, बट कॉस्टली तो जो बहुत ज्यादा होता है सर वहाँ पे डॉलर में, तो
ऑब्वियसली होगा आपको डॉलर में. अब जब पैसे कमाओगे तो डॉलर में कमाओगे या रुपीज में लोगे. सैलरी डॉलर में लेंगे ना आप, तो आपको डॉलर में फीस देनी पड़ेगी भाई.
जी जी, ओके सर.
यस मरियम. मोहम्मद मंदरुल आलम.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
I just want to ask, like, even if you have a postgraduate degree from outside Bangladesh, like I have a postgraduate degree in MPH from UK, so even that will not accept as a English proficiency in other countries, like Australia?
No.
Okay.
Even I'm sure UK also will not accept your if you want to register yourself as a physiotherapist in UK itself and you did your master degree from UK, still they will ask. Registration totally different. This is not a study. In a study they may waive for you, but not in the registration.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, next.
Good evening, Dr. Akram. This is Deepen. Doctor, one question is there, like APC. We can write only 4 times in a year. So for the second part of the exam, we can write it in any time, or there is a fixed time for that one?
A fixed time. Next time only you can write.
Hello, good evening, Mr.
No, sir. My question is that for the second part of the exam in Australia, exam,
your voice is not
fixed
clear.
month of examination day.
अरे आपकी आवाज ही नहीं आ रही भाई दीपेंद्र.
Or we can write any time
if you fail in the exam and next time, then you can write. So you only can write when is the next exam.
Sir, my question is that for the for the second part of the exam, is it possible?
Rejoin करो दीपेंद्र, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है. Yes, Mariam, can you please unmute?
Hi, good evening, doctor.
Good evening, thank you.
I work in Dubai and I have experience for 5 years. So if I give my APC first part, is it more useful to look for a job and then go there, or go on visitor's visa and then go first?
You can say good chance because you are in the third country. You are working in another country. So based on the experience, you can expect someone can sponsor you the visa might be.
And it's easier to get job in the regional and rural areas rather than
Definitely,
Sydney and
basically you
Melbourne.
must be open yourself, you can keep open कि कहीं भी जॉब मिल जाएगी मैं चली जाऊंगी,
Okay,
तभी आपको
okay.
जॉब मिलेगा. इफ यू हैव गिव द कंडीशन कि नहीं मेरे को मेरा रिश्तेदार रहते हैं सिडनी में, ये सिडनी में ही है ना, तो फिर डिफिकल्ट रहेगा मिलना. तो
Okay.
इनिशियल स्टेज में ओपन रखें आप. एक बार जब यहाँ आ जाए तो फिर तो जहाँ रहना है आपको फिर वहां रह सकते हैं कुछ 2-3 साल के बाद में.
एंड आपके एक्सपीरियंस में ये है कि जॉब इजीली मिल जाता है या थोड़ा ज्यादा लाइक टाइम लगता है एंड ऑल
नहीं, देखो टाइम तो लगेगा. नथिंग इवन दुबई में जो लोग DHA पास करे उन्हीं को जॉब नहीं मिल रही है. यू ऑलरेडी इन
जी
दुबई, यू नो राइट.
या
तो ऐसा नहीं है, मगर जॉब यहाँ मिल जाती है एज कम्पेयर टू दुबई. यहाँ इजी है जॉब मिलना.
ओके एंड देन वंस आई रीच देयर probably I can give my clinical exam.
यस,
Okay, thank you.
थैंक यू.
Hello. Good evening, sir. I just want to ask you that कि मतलब BPT के बाद इंटर्नशिप के बाद एक्सपीरियंस इम्पोर्टेंट होता है मतलब आउट ऑफ इंडिया जॉब के लिए?
नहीं, मैंडेटरी नहीं है, मगर अगर एक्सपीरियंस है तो अच्छा रहता है, गुड रहेगा.
मतलब हाउ आई अप्लाई विदाउट एक्सपीरियंस जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ मेरी BPT खत्म होने वाली है एंड आई वांट टू ट्राई अब्रॉड फॉर जॉब, तो मतलब ACP एग्जाम के लिए मैं एलिजिबल हूँ?
यस, एलिजिबल हो. मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, एलिजिबल हो.
ओके, थैंक यू सर.
थैंक यू.
Hello, sir.
यस आशीष.
Sir, if I'm focusing for the March exam, so by what time should I clear my English exam, sir?
Now, as soon as possible, there is a very, almost December आ चुकी है, right? तो आपको as soon as possible करना है. if you want to write even आज ही कर सको तो आज ही अप्लाई करो, आपको टाइम नहीं है ना.
Okay. So I should clear before January.
Yes, as soon as अभी apply with they will take time, right? They also need to time review your documents and all those things.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Thank you. Yes, Sampurna.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I'm pursuing my 4th year BPT 4th year in India. I want to know same like Ayushi. I want to know if experience was needed because in starting session the guy said you don't need any experience, but if it's okay if you had experience. But just now back in the session you said in Queensland or some region, in cities like Queensland and Sydney, you need experience.
You are mixing two things. For registration, there is no need any experience. Even visa also not experience. कुछ स्टेट मांगते हैं. अब महाराष्ट्र में maybe there is some
Sir,
other.
can you please speak in English? I can't understand Hindi.
Yeah, so in India there are so many states. Might be Maharashtra have their own condition. They are asking experience, and UP might be saying no experience. You can come to in my state. You can work. So like this. So it's not mandatory. Without registration, without experience, you can. Even for work also, the visa also some state may give. Some may need the experience. This is
Okay, sir. Actually, is it okay only if I'll just complete BPT and I'll write exam? Is that okay? Or we need any masters or something?
No, only bachelor degree need.
We can get the jobs right after IPC exam clearation. They won't ask you MPT, all that stuff.
No. MPT is not required.
Sir, actually, I'm planning for masters in public health. So we can write exam right by still studying masters in public health, and we can write that.
The best thing for you now, you enroll with us, start your preparation, write the exam, or simultaneously you can apply for MPH. And while you are in Australia, so at least you can clear part 1. And once you are land in Australia, so you can work part-time as a physiotherapist, assistant physiotherapist. So you can support yourself. Otherwise, if you want to think that, okay, I will go Australia on MPH, and while in Australia, I will try to write part 1. And then very difficult because you need to work part-time to support yourself.
Yeah.
And you also need to pay the fees for universities. Okay. So very difficult for you to manage because you will not get basically the time to study yourself.
Okay, sir.
Now
Thank you,
you
sir.
can, when you came to Australia, before that you can clear the exam.
Okay, sir. Sir, what is the job roles in Masters in Public Health? It's out of syllabus, I know, but I'm enthusiastic.
There is, in simply, I can say no jobs. Many people are doing taxi driving, this and that. I can give you last example. I was traveling from Uber. एक स्टूडेंट जो मुझे मिला was a taxi driver. He was he already done MPH. He's an Indian guy. So I
Okay.
took this and that, and now he's our student basically. He's a pharmacist. Okay. So
Okay.
getting a job, I can say rarely, maybe 5% student may get the job. 95% there is no job for MPH after MPH. Because MPH is like a very simple course. Anyone can do MBBS, pharmacist, nurse, physiotherapist, any healthcare degree holder, they are coming in MPH only. So there is no jobs and low jobs. And public health scope basically in the low and middle income countries. In India, there's a lot of scope. A lot of NGOs are working in India. So they hire MPH graduate. Same for Nepal, So in Australia, it's not that much, the scope, and a lot of people are graduate this course. So I can say you only can get the job and visa once you pass this exam, APC.
So, sir, once I will clear the part one exam, so like after that I can apply for the work visa. Okay, so for what is the duration for that I can work over there?
The sponsor have to give you the visa, no, not If they are happy, they might give you. Otherwise, difficult to get. You have to pass part two.
Okay, so for that after clearing my part one, can I eligible to apply for the work visa?
Maybe you have 2 year work experience, then definitely you can. Work experience, if you want to work visa, you must have 2 year work experience. But for PR visa, does not require the experience. This is the chemistry for the visa.
So for that I need to clear that part two as well, right?
Yes.
For PR.
Yes.
Sir, how many attempts we can attempt? How
Unlimited
many?
attempt. Unlimited.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Good
The
evening.
last question.
Yes.
Can you brief about the syllabus of the exam?
You can go to our website and you can find a lot of blogs and you can find a lot of syllabus there. Yes.
Sir, last question.
Hmm.
सर आपको पता होगा यूनिएसए में एक कोर्स है 1 ईयर मास्टर्स ऑफ फिजियोथेरेपी. बहुत लोग वो कोर्स करके पार्ट 1 क्लियर करने की कोशिश करते हैं while they are अटेम्प्टिंग द कोर्स. आपके ख्याल में कैसा रहेगा सर वो प्रोसेस? इजी है या
Yes. अगर ऑस्ट्रेलिया में आना है तो यू मस्ट चूज ए 2 year कोर्स. So if you are choosing a 2 year course, you can get a 485 visa after that, 2 more years, 3 more years. So you can at least you are safe in Australia for another 3-4 years. Okay, but if you are coming for 1 year visa, very difficult. If you cannot able to pass the exam, then you need to go back. So it's like a risky game. So come to Australia in any 2 year course. Don't choose any 1 year course. Yes. Anyone else any other question?
Well, after completing the written exam, how much time or how much year is valid to give an practical exam?
3 years.
3 years. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, guys. Any other question?
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I'm from Kenya.
Okay.
So I was asking, recently I completed my studies with bachelor's degree at Moi. So we did subjected to our examination board, the PCK Physiotherapy Council of Kenya exam, and I wanted to enroll in the PTE program for IELTS.
So they
I was
required.
asking, is there a difference between PTE and the APC?
So they required basically, this
Yes, sir.
bachelor degree in physiotherapy, and you must be a registered physiotherapist in your home country. So this is the requirement only.
So I'm saying I have the PCK exams. I did it. So what I don't have is the PTE or the APC. So I was asking, is there a difference between the APC for IELTS and the PTE for IELTS?
No, there is no difference. Any one you can choose. Whether it is IELTS,
can choose anyone,
academic or PT. What test you need to choose?
Oh, so okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
सर एपीसी क्लियर होने के बाद लिमिटेड रजिस्ट्रेशन मिल जाएगी ना सर? लिमिटेड रजिस्ट्रेशन मिले बाद किस तरह का वीजा लगेगा वहाँ पर जॉब करने के लिए?
अगर वर्क एक्सपीरियंस है तो आपको वर्क वीजा मिल सकता है, 2 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है तो।
बिना
अगर
वर्क एक्सपीरियंस
नहीं तो फिर आप स्टडी वीजा पा सकते हो यहाँ पर, या फिर आप जो है फिर अपना जो है विजिट वीजा लेके आओगे पार्ट 2 के लिए।
ओके ओके सर।
Okay.
OT is also.
Also, I was asking last question.
Yes, what do you?
I was
Yes,
saying,
please.
after my completion of my bachelor's, what is the period can I have so that I can do the exams?
I'm not understand your question. I think you are asking that when you can write the exam once you pass your degree.
Yeah.
Right? So this exam they conduct 4 times in a year. For example, next exam is going to be in the March. Okay. So you can write that March, then it's going to be, so every 3 months there is an exam.
How much is how much is for the exams?
The fees you are asking. Are you asking the fees
Yeah,
for
I'm a
the
physiotherapist.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you can just do one thing. You just leave your phone number, email in our chat box. So our team will connect to you regarding them. They will give you the more information regarding the fees.
Okay, so I'm gonna reply now.
Yes.
So registration के लिए sir OT भी eligible है ना?
Or you can fill this form also. We give you in this chat box.
So OT is also eligible for the registration?
Yes.
Okay.
सर एक बार एग्जाम फीस पे करने के बाद कितने अटेम्प्ट मिल सकते हैं सर, या फिर एक ही अटेम्प्ट में एक बार?
एक ही मिलेगा भाई। जिंदगी भर का ठेका थोड़े ले रखा है, एक बार पे करोगे, बार बार एग्जाम देते रहोगे आप। एक ही बार मिलेगा, एक अटेम्प्ट का, हर बार पे करनी होगी ये फीस।
हेलो सर, गुड इवनिंग।
यस बसी।
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि एपीसी के एग्ज़ाम के हवाले से आप थोड़ा सा हमें गाइड करें, ये ऑस्ट्रेलिया का और इसके एग्ज़ाम के प्रोसीजर का थोड़ा सा काइंडली आप समझा दें ज़रा।
वही तो समझा रहे थे 1 घंटे से भाई। तो
मैंने अभी ज्वाइन किया ना, आई एम सॉरी, मैंने अभी ज्वाइन किया। तो
बहुत ही सिंपल है। आप जो है हमारे वेबसाइट पे 50-60 ब्लॉग बनाकर डाले हुए हैं हमने, छोटी छोटी इन्फॉर्मेशन पे भी आप लोग जा सकते हो, वहाँ पर रीड कर सकते हो। तो आपको इसका होता क्या है कि आपको जो है ये पहले डॉक्यूमेंट वेरिफिकेशन करानी होती है, फिर आपको ये APC पार्ट 1 एग्जाम लिखना होता है, फिर इंग्लिश, फिर जो है APC 2, ये प्रोसेस है इसका। ठीक है, आप यहाँ पर जाओ, ये ब्लॉग्स पर आपको बहुत सारे ब्लॉग्स मिल जाएंगे यहाँ पर, जहाँ पर अगर आप फिल्टर डाल दो।
ठीक है सर, थैंक यू सर। ठीक है सर, थैंक यू सो मच सर।
ये आपको ये सारे मिल जाएंगे, APC के ये हैं सारे।
ठीक है सर।
How to prepare for the APC exam, complete guide. Read this. Lot of information. Discover the golden career opportunities for physiotherapists in Australia. बहुत सारे blogs हैं, you can read here. Yes, करिए, कोई और क्वेश्चन है, or we can finish here. Or you guys can subscribe us on our YouTube channel. You will get a lot of information.
Cost for part 2 examination?
Cost?
How much will it cost for part 2 examination, the second exam?
Around 4,000.
4,000 Australian dollars?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So this is our channel. This is for physiotherapists. You can find a lot of information is here regarding physiotherapists and jobs and all those things. So you can have a look here. Okay. You can subscribe the channel Academically.MedCare. This is dedicatedly for the physiotherapists in Australia. If you are looking to migrate. Yes, next.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Hello.
Yes, sir.
सर फोर्थ ईयर बीपीटी के बाद हम 6 मंथ का जो हमारा ट्रेनिंग होता है वो हम ऑस्ट्रेलिया में किसी और कंट्री के लिए अप्लाई कर सकते हैं क्या?
नहीं, पहले अपनी डिग्री
Okay, sir.
कंप्लीट
Thank
करो
you.
तभी होगा वो. You cannot do.
Okay, sir. Thank
Okay,
you.
Akram, then we can finish here.
Yes, sir. Yeah. We are almost through.
Okay, last किसी कोई question है तो you can ask. Otherwise, we can finish here. And we give
Sure,
you
sir, sure.
this admission basically form in the chat box. You can fill this form. And we also give this link to our channel. This is for physiotherapists. So you will find a lot of information there regarding the exam pattern, previous year question paper, and that's why lot of information. So please subscribe this channel. Okay. Okay, guys. Then thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your information.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.